Joyride is a new wild comedy focusing on friendship and belonging. So let's see if this new comedy is worth your time. Hey everybody, my name is Justin here. I try to watch everything that hits theaters and on streaming services. If you guys are like me, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up and coming content. When Audrey's business trip to Asia goes sideways, she enlists the help of her friends. Their epic experience becomes a journey of bonding, friendship, and belonging, which reveals the universal truth of what it means to know and love who you are. This has a pretty solid cast with Ashley Park playing Audrey, who's going on this business trip. She's a lawyer. She needs to close this deal in Asia, but there's also a chance for her to meet her birth mother since she is adopted. Her best friend Lolo, played by Sherry Cola, goes along with her. She brings her cousin Deadeye. And there they meet Audrey's roommate in college, played by Stephanie Hsu, from Everything Everywhere All at Once last year, and I was really looking forward to seeing her within this film. So the four of them go on this epic journey of trying to find Audrey's birth mother, but also closing this deal, and to just go off the rails, and it's absolutely wild. Honestly, a little more wild than I expected. I heard it was like a raunchy comedy, but I wasn't expecting some of the more raunchier moments within here, and this is absolutely hilarious. The four main leads in here really have a sense of friendship and a genuine connection. You know, at times they're arguing, which you're gonna get in a classic kind of road trip movie, but there is a good sense of friendship within here, especially from Ashley Park and Sherry Cola, Audrey and Lolo, who have been friends since they were children, and they go to Asia together. And that relationship is very strong. It's tested quite often within this movie, but also like the addition of Deadeye in here, who is absolutely hilarious, and then Stephanie Hsu, who plays this up-and-coming actress within the movie, who adds for a lot of comedy within this movie. A lot of comedy. A lot of those raunchy moments surprisingly come from Stephanie Hsu, and she does such a great job. Last year she showed us that she can be a very good dramatic actress, and here she handles comedy so well in here. And Ashley Park is fabulous in here. The more level-headed actress within here. She is a lawyer. She wants to close this deal. She's very focused, and her friend Lolo is completely opposite, all about her body and sex positive, and the characters are completely different, but we still see that friendship developing throughout and really focusing on it. And since it is like a road trip movie, you're gonna have some hiccups along the way, and so there are moments where the movie does feel slightly generic, with halting the group getting to their destination. It's all very calm, and then people get drunk and they lose things, or they can't find a ride to where their destination is, and so you have like these mishaps along the way, which you expect for a movie like this, trying to get from point A to point B, and then there's roadblocks along the way. At times it feels very familiar with the way that they present this journey, but also the friendships and the arguing towards the end. Classic friends arguing, calling each other names, and revealing like the truth about each other, and then making up at the end. You're gonna get all that within here, but the best part about that is the connection to the group. You really enjoy this journey, the comedy along the way, the friendship that develops, the sense of belonging, and Ashley Park, who plays Audrey, trying to figure out who she really is. Since she was adopted at such a young age, she doesn't really know who she is, and so that sense of belonging is very strong within here, as she wants to feel connected to something other than her parents. And so even though the film does feel very generic and cliche throughout the movie, it's very strong in the way that the themes are kind of taking over and allowing for that connection and depth for these characters to where you accept that those cliche moments. And so you're just really appreciating the journey for these characters and the depth given to them. And that turns makes some of these generic moments okay, because you're just loving what is going on. And yes, there are some really raunchy moments with drugs and sex and just a lot of crazy trippy scenes that had the whole theater just busting up laughing. And I myself too was laughing quite often within this movie. It's a pretty hilarious movie that takes these raunchy jokes and goes for that shock value, and it's absolutely hilarious. And honestly, looking at some of the characters that are kind of holding back and then seeing some of these raunchy moments, you're realizing that's who they really are. And it actually works, especially coming from Stephanie Hsu, who gives a really all-out, just crazy performance in here. Now, there was a certain part in here I knew I would cry. I didn't hold it back. There's a certain moment within this film that did get quite emotional because of that strong journey for these characters and that connection to everything. And then once it came, it hit pretty hard and I got emotional and I cried. I can't recall a movie this year that I actually cried at. This movie I did because of the great payoff, and the journey leading up to that worked so well. Joyride was absolutely hilarious. I loved the performances in here. Ashley Park and Sherry Cola and Stephanie Hsu. Sabrina Wu as Deadeye. It was absolutely hilarious. The genuine connection from everybody, and even some of the minor characters had some moments of depth given to them, and realizing what they're struggling with when it comes to their family as well. But that theme of belonging, finding who you really are, connecting with your family and your culture, and all of that is very strong in here, filled with some of the funniest moments of this year, and a journey that does feel very typical. Like, you're gonna get these moments that are just derailing the film, but it adds for a lot of comedy throughout the movie. I was laughing, I was crying, I had a lot of different emotions with this film, and a lot of it I did not expect how raunchy and sexual it was. I thought it added a lot to the movie, and I really did enjoy it. It was a huge surprise. I heard a lot of great things going into this movie, but I was really impressed with the direction and the way that the characters were written, and how we were able to have an emotional bond to these characters with so many crazy moments throughout. And despite some generic feelings going for the movie, I absolutely loved it. I thought it was really hilarious, and a film I can't wait to watch again. So before I give you my score for Joyride, make sure to check out my channel. Here I do movie reviews, trailer actions, ranking videos, tier lists, all that fun movie related content that you see on YouTube. I do it all here, so hit that subscribe button to get it all in one spot. I'm going to go ahead and give Joyride a B+. Thank you guys for checking out my review for Joyride, the new comedy. Have you guys seen it by chance? What did you guys think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming content like this. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.